makes a horror.
Since we were trying to do, 10 pages in 2 days and have it achieve that Hollywood level of quality, like a typical Hollywood movie shoots 2, maybe 3 pages a day, and we were doing 5. We had to be absolutely dialed in on exactly what we needed when we needed it in order to hit everything. That I knew, even though we had a very small crew, I knew if I got the right people, we would be able to achieve stuff that was just really, really, really high-end cinematography. We were moving relatively large film equipment around my very small house from the 70s. The rooms are just small. The hallways are narrow. Oh boy, my bad. I'm in the way of everyone. I'm gonna go this way. But I was really confident that Paul and his crew were going to be able to pull it off, and they did amazingly.
The most challenging thing that I faced on this film was space. Normally on a bigger set, we'll have breakaway walls and we'll put in dollies and dolly tracks and cranes and all sorts of different things. So you kind of think that way, but on a much smaller scale. Just made it all work within the space that we had to try to make it feel cinematic, make the movement, make the mood and the feel be what Alan wanted within the space that we were limited to. I want to be level, I want to be super tight, level on the feet, and then we're gonna boom down and dolly back as she walks down the stairs. So these are inertia wheels, and these control the pan and tilt of the camera on the remote head. So if you look down yonder, there's Ronan on top of a jib, and we're using that as our remote head. It's the cheapest way we can get a remote head at this point.
Because a regular
We shouldn't say that. That shouldn't be in an edit. If you're an operator worth your salt, you should know how to operate the wheels.
It's extremely cool. We're making a real movie. Don't at me.
They did a really good job of creating the ambiance that's gonna be on camera. I don't imagine there's gonna be a lot of post work. Like what you see in the movie is very much how it felt. And so it was really easy to get into that headspace, right? It was really easy to get into the space of the character. So I enjoyed being there.
So this is what happens when you have an all-night shoot for 2 days straight. And this is our talent. So you know how well this is going.
This isn't all our talent.
This is the real talent. Wide awake.
True.
In a fetal position.
Little girl's room just on the bed in there, Shaq, thanks. So our PAs on this show were all basically volunteers. They were like cinema therapy fans who were just like, they just reached out to me and they were like, hey, if you're ever doing anything, and I was like, sure, come on down, we're making this short film.
Hi, Alan.
Hi guys, are we doing an impromptu interview?
Yeah, we are doing an impromptu.
Okay, I'm just getting a prop, see you, bye. Alana showed up, she was super helpful, really great. Sophie obviously has been working with us for a long time. Shaquille he reached out to me on LinkedIn of all places. He was just on the spot. To the point where by the end of the show, I was pretty much like, so Shaq, do you want to just direct those last couple shots? I'm tired. I didn't do that, but I feel like he probably could have.
Pictures up, quiet please.
I've been doing this for so long, there's not a lot of real surprises to me. What I do run into a lot, and I think people should embrace, are the happy accidents. The more you embrace those, I think the better your film is. I'll give you a specific from this film. For Audrey's room, they had a curtain that had stars cut out of it. And I was like, that seems pretty cool. Like that could motivate that there's a little bit more light coming through. Well, as we were filming on the day, one of those stars hit Audrey's face in like the perfect spot. I didn't know where those stars were gonna fall. There's just a bunch of stars cut out in curtains. We threw some light through it and this star just happened to fall on her face right where it should have been, and it was great. The more your adaptability to those type of situations, the more it can benefit you in good ways. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh gosh, sorry.
We're doing a very, energetic camera move because Jono's a monster and he's very scary. And the camera fell off the dolly, so it was even more energetic than we thought it would be. But it looks great, so no harm, no foul.
Oh gosh, sorry. I stepped in too much, I apologize.
That's great.
That was real.
So that was great.
Let's do another one.
Instead of the camera crashing to the ground, it ended up being like the camera fell and it caught it, and all the chaos really added to the
It
energy.
really feels great. This is the shot that's going to be in the movie, almost certainly. So you will have seen it by now. And we got everything. We got every single shot that I had boarded. Barely. We had to push. We went pretty fast. We did, how many setups did we do on the second day? Like 35 or something? Like, it was a lot. And what, 26 setups? 28?
20. Sure.
20 something, 20 something.
We lost count after 20.
I knew what I wanted to achieve, and it was such a high bar, and what we got was exactly what I wanted.
Credit to my team. You can't do any of this kind of stuff without a good team. Alan would have failed without a good team. I would have failed without a good team. Hey, Alan.
Yeah.
Are you? Hey, Alan, are you in the bathroom?
No, Paul, I'm in the bathroom.
Has anyone seen Alan?
We covered a lot of shots in one day, and the only way for me to feel comfortable being able to do that is to have the crew that I trust to do that. Props to them, and they made this film work for me. Anything different for camera, Alan?
Don't bump into the end of the track.
You know what? You gonna ask me any questions, Dave? Or you're just gonna stand there and film me for a while? You want me to go that cheesy, David? That's what you want me to? I'm just kidding. This is a great film, and I was happy to be a part of it.
My favorite thing is working with an amazing crew filled with friends. That is always so fun for us, and it's fun coming together and getting a project up and running and seeing it actually come to fruition.
Two sides, Liz turns and runs. Makes the bedroom, we have that handoff. That's it. Call it.
Okay, that is a wrap. Alright, picture wrap on Jono and Jono. And thanks to an awesome crew, we appreciate you, super fun.
Thank you so much, everybody. Seriously, thank you.
Alan, give it up for Alan.
Thanks, everybody.
And I just want to say,
It was awesome. It's a great experience. I learned a lot. And hope to do many more, you know?
Why are you holding the trash bag? How was the shoot?
I think it's gonna turn out awesome.
I love working with my team. They're fantastic. They bring a lot of talent to the field, which helps me look better and create a cinematic piece that we can all be proud of.